Improve the driver-dispatcher relationship. A large part of the problem is that drivers and dispatchers often come from quite different professional backgrounds, which can lead to opposing perspectives. For example, a dispatcher may believe that if the math is correct, the route plan will be correct. This overlooks the realities of driving, in which things rarely happen as planned. Consider imprisonment, traffic, and way station queues. 1. Go for a ride. The first step is to learn what it's like to be a driver. There's a lot more to driving than just getting from point A to point B, and as an outsider, it's tough to fully comprehend all of the variables that drivers must contend with. As a result, if you want to properly manage drivers, you must grasp those factors as a dispatcher. While onboarding, try to get dispatchers in the vehicle with a driver. A better grasp of the reality of the road will not only lead to better planned, more realistic routes, but it will also promote empathy for the driver and assist both sides speak the same language. 2. Get to know your drivers. It's no secret that we all like to work with individuals we know and, preferably, have certain interests with. As a dispatcher, you must make an effort to get to know your drivers on a personal level. Inquire about their interests, family, and professional goals, and make a note of it. This not only improves the day-to-day working connection, but it also demonstrates to the driver that you regard them as a person rather than simply another asset to carry freight. 3. Accept and implement feedback. It's your responsibility as a dispatcher to offer feedback when a driver makes a mistake. However, this is a two-way street. Not only do we all want to know that our complaints have been addressed, but the driver is out on the road and may give crucial input to enhance future deliveries. Were the load instructions, for example, clear? Is the driver's knowledge of the receiving facility and drop-off requirements adequate? 4. Avoid putting drivers in mission impossible circumstances. You discover a fantastic load opportunity, but it is required immediately. You conduct some fast calculations and discover that there is only one driver in the region with enough hours of service remaining to complete the route. But just. These loads are quite inconvenient for drivers. Indeed, here's a remark from a truck driver on the Trucker's Report. Loads labeled Mission Impossible have absolutely little margin for mistake. Stopping to use the restroom jeopardizes on-time delivery. This is done by inept dispatchers. So before you take on that burden, consider the following. Is the increased revenue worth potentially losing the driver, knowing that replacing them will cost around $8,234? You may achieve a better long-term balance of profits and retention by selecting loads with more realistic timelines. Improve dispatching operation. Now that we've discussed some strategies for improving the driver-dispatcher connection, let's move on to some tactical and operational advice. To reduce phone calls, use real-time GPS tracking. Dispatchers frequently phone drivers to update consumers on ETAs. This not only distracts the driver, but it can also appear to be micromanagement. Dispatchers may view exact positions and ET as at any moment by employing a top real-time GPS tracking solution. No phone calls are required.